Dear students, today we discuss about the weighted graph. Now, a graph is known as weighted graph if some weight, that is a positive real, weight is a positive real number, is assigned to each edges or each vertices or both. If it assigned a vertices or it assigned a value of as a each, then we can say that it is a weighted graph. So in weighted graph, each vertices or edges has some values, some weight. So these types of graph is called a weighted graph. Here I draw one example here. So A to D, the edge A to D has a weight 1. The edge between A to B has a weight 3. B to C has a weight 4. C to D has a weight 7 and D to E has a weight 5. Now we discuss about the finite and infinite graphs. Here I am taking some basic definitions of these graphs. So finite graph, as per the name of the finite, it has a finite number of vertices and hence finite number of edges. So here both are important, finite number of vertices and finite number of edges, then it is known as the finite graph. If a graph is not finite, then we can say that it is an infinite graph. So number of edges and number of vertices must be finite. Now another graph, it is called directed graph, or we can say digraph. So digraph, bigraph, this type of different types we are graphs we can discuss here. So first of all we are discussing about the directed graph, that is digraph. In a graph, each edge has a direction, then the graph is known as directed graph or a digraph. So in directed graph we have some directions. So you can see the example number 1, that we have a direction from D to A to B, C to B, not B to C to D, okay, and E to D, and the circle on C has also a direction. So is directed graph, if the direction is given in a graph, then it is called directed graph. Now another example we are taking about the directed graph. First of all we discuss about the third example. The third example is given as the, see that E1 is an edge is between A to B and his direction is from A to B, not B to A. Similarly B has a direction from B to E and B to D, and B has its own direction also. A has a E3 which is A to D and E2 which is A to C, and here another point F is a different point which has no edges connected. Now you can see that in example number 2. So in example number 2 you can see that A is self-looped, B is also self-looped, C is also self-looped. Between A to B both direction is given, between A to C both direction is given, and between B to C is also both direction is given. So this graph is called digraph of equivalence relation. Okay, A to B has a direction, A to C has a direction, A to A has also direction. So A to A to B, A to C has a direction, B to B, B to C, B to A has a direction, C to C, C to A, C to B has a direction. So all has a direction in each and every vertices. So these types of digraph is called equivalence relation. Now what the direction is really? When I say that A to B and sometimes it is B to C. So what we can say the direction about A and B vertices? So here we take some definitions to understand basic things, and this is the most important definition to understand all the graphs, and in electronics problems or electrical problems we can easily understand these things. So the definition is given as in degree and out degree. So what is in degree and what is out degree? So the number of edges incident into Vi is called the in degree of Vi and is written as d minus Vi or d directed to Vi. So indirected to Vi. So here one d minus, about what we understand d minus. So we have to remember that if suppose that is a vertex V1, you can just see the vertex V1 in the graph, in this graph. So V1, you can see that E4 going outside, E1 is also going outside, E2 is also going outside, but only E3 which is coming inside. So E3 is in degree of V1. So how many in degree of V1 here? Only one, that is E3. So that's why we can say that degree of Vi minus, that is in degree of Vi is equal to 1. Now the number of edges incident out of the vertex Vi is called out degree of Vi and it is written as d plus Vi or d out degree of Vi. Now you can see about the same example in V1, 3 are the out degrees, E1, E2 and E4. So d plus Vi is equal to, d plus V1 is equal to 3. So now one another is given about, we discuss about the V2, but V2 has a self loop. Here we can see that V2 has a self loop. So how can we understand V2? So remember that self loop is considered in the in degree as well as out degree. So self loop is not a in degree, not out degree. So we consider as a both. It is also in degree and it is also out degree. V2 to in degree V2 and V2 to out degree V2. So if when we taking about the V2, so how many out degree and how many in degree? So E4 is the in degree and E5 is already both in degree and out degree. So we have two in degrees, E4 and E5. So d minus V2 is equal to 2. How many out degrees? Only E5. Because we have to consider E5 as an in degree and out degree both. So E5 is only 1 the out degree. So d of d plus V2 is equal to 1. Now we can see another example, d5. Now look at here. d5 has a out degree 1, 2, 3 and 4. E7, E8, E9 and E10. So you can see that there are 4 out degrees. So d plus V5 is equal to 4. But how many in degrees? Nothing. So that's why we can say that there is no in degree. It is that d minus V5 is equal to 0. Now you can also find another d3, d4 and d5 also easily find out that how many in degree and how many out degrees. Now after that we take one theorem that you have to just remember. It is a basic theorem. So if any diagram G of the sum of all in degrees is equal to the sum of all out degrees, each sum being equal to the number of edges in G. That means number of out degree and number of in degree is always equal. Because if it is a out in degree for one vertex and it is also out degree for another vertex, so it must be same. We can easily understand that thing, this theorem. You can say that suppose V1 to V2, then it is a out degree for V1 and in degree for V2. So both are same. Now we discuss about the underlying graph. What is underlying graph? The underlying graph of a digraph is obtained by neglecting the direction of the edges. If we are removing this direction from these edges, we can say that is the underlying graph. Now complete graph. The definition of the complete graph is most important thing that you have to remember. Okay. First of all, I discuss about the definition of the complete graph, then I can give you some explanation about it. So first of all, we discuss about this definition, that simple graph in which there exists an edges between every pair of vertices is called a complete graph. A simple graph in which there exists an edge between every pair of vertices is called a complete graph. What about the simple graph? Which has no double edges or no self loop, no pairing, no self loop, then it's called simple graph. Now we get some example here. Suppose there is a n equal to 2, that is a k2, we can say that. Okay, we understand what is a k2 and what is n equal to 2. A simple graph with n vertices is known as complete graph if the degree of each vertex is n minus 1. Okay, and every pair of vertices is adjacent. And the complete graph with n vertices is denoted by kn. So here 2 vertices. So we can say that n equal to 2 number of vertices, and this graph is called kn, that is k2. Now remember that there are 2 vertices, so there is only one edges between them, because if n vertices, then n minus 1 edges. So both vertices are completely paired with the another vertices. With n equal to 3, all 3 vertices join with each other. So this first vertex also join with second and third, second is also 1 and third, and third is also 1 and second. Similarly, n equal to 4, we can draw 2 types of graph. This is called k4. There are 4 points. Each and every vertex is connected by, suppose this is A, B, C and D. Then we can say that A is connected BCD, B is connected ACD, C is connected ABD, D is connected ABC. Similarly, if there are 5 vertices and all 5 vertices connected with this graph. So you have to remember these types of graph. If I say it's K5, that you have to remember this K5 is this type of graph. This is a K6. Each vertex is connected with each and every point. So this is called a complete graph. And remember that if there is a 6 point here, and this point has how many edges? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So n minus 1 edges. Each vertex is a n minus 1 edges here. So this is the basic definition of the complete graph. Now we can understand more about the directed complete graph. Now this, as we see the last graph, it is a underlying graph, so they are not directed. But when you are directed complete graph, so look at the difference between them. Look at the difference between them. Just look at that. There is only n equal to 2, there is only one line because it's underlined, so both are the same. But direction are not same. So when we are talking about a directed graph, then both direction must be between these 2 points. So one is from, if this is A and this is B, then one is from A to B and B to A. Similarly, if it is A, B and C, so we can set A to B, B to A, B to C, C to B, A to C, C to A. So all these points are calculated. Similarly, if there are 4 points, then we can also say that A, B, C and D. So A is connected with D with both, A is connected with C with both direction and A is connected with B with the both directions. Similarly, B is connected with A, C and D with the both directions. So this type of graph is called directed graph, directed complete graph. Now what about the regular graph? In a graph, if the degree of each vertex is same, then the graph is known as regular graph. You can see that there are 5 points, but each has a 2 degree. This is 2 degree, 2 degree, 2 degree, 2 degree and 2 degree. Similarly, same 6 vertices and all has a 3 degree. So these types of graph is called regular graph. Now what we can say that every complete graph is regular, because every complete graph has the same degree. Here you can say that A has a 4 degree, B has a 4 degree, C has a 4 degree. So every completed graph has the same degree. So we can say it is a regular graph. But every regular graph is not a complete graph, because we can say that this point is connected with these 2 points but not these 2 points. So it is not a complete graph. So every complete graph is regular graph, but every regular graph is not a complete graph. Thank you.